Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Taurus placements, there may be a message in here for you. So Taurus, I'm getting this energy of an ego death for you. Nothing to be afraid of. I actually feel like it's a very positive thing. Where I feel like there was something like that the ego believed to be true that was not true. And it feels like something where it's like you believe something about yourself maybe, or maybe there was like another influence or something like that. It feels kind of like something that the ego, I don't know if this would be ego or shadow. Anyways, so if it is shadow work, it might be something where it's like your shadow believes something that was negative about yourself in order to protect yourself from something. But I feel like there's something like that that is being destroyed. So maybe it's like a shadow death is how it's coming through. Like something that perhaps was there to protect you, but I feel like it's not serving you anymore in some way. So it's going through some sort of transformation or death process, and I feel like it's like removing some sort of like casing from you, Taurus, like something that maybe was holding you back, and I feel like there's also something here about like a rediscovery of yourself because of this sort of like false ego / shadow energy being removed from you. So it's kind of like you're rediscovering yourself is how it's coming through. I feel like maybe this has to do with like some sort of decision that you've made, or that you've maybe you've made like a shift in some way or something like that, like to do something, I don't know, to do something or to move towards something. I feel like there's like a significant decision that sort of like prompted this sort of like like I'm hearing the word shell casing, like a bullet, right? Like it's something like that. It's like I feel like there's something like where your energy feels like a bullet, Taurus, like has like a very like a lot of momentum, a lot of direction. I feel like you have some sort of target or something like that, and then there's like a shell casing that falls off. Interesting. Okay. I don't think it's, I know that metaphor is not perfect. I don't think it's anything that's harmful or anything like that. It just feels like you have a lot of momentum towards some sort of target. It's just how it's coming through. And I feel like there's something here. So Mars, in retrograde in Leo, Mars retrograde in Leo is happening right now. So Leo is a square to you. So there may be a bit of conflict coming in there, depending on what your Mars placement is, or if you have Leo or Taurus anywhere in your, like wherever it is in your chart. So there may be conflict, or like it was coming through more like competition. Like it's kind of like, let's say you have a target or a goal, Taurus. You have some sort of like thing that you have your eye on or whatever, a target. Let's just call it like that. A destination, something that you're moving towards. And it's kind of like there are others that also have their eye on that thing or whatever, like that target. So it's kind of like there's competition in that way, but I feel like I don't know. We'll see where that comes through. I don't feel like it's like a winner takes all kind of thing. It's more just like you have to it's kind of coming through with like book an appointment or something like that. You have to like book an appointment, right? Like that, it's that kind of thing. So it's like whatever it is that you're going towards is like in high demand. Or if it's like, for example, metaphor, if you're going to a restaurant or something, you have to make a reservation because it's really busy, right? Like it's that kind of energy, something like that for you, Taurus. So maybe you might have to wait a little bit, or there's like a little bit of like, quote unquote competition, like just other competing energies that may be impacting how quickly you can get something, is how it's coming through. Okay. I was seeing the Apocalypsis card from this deck, so we're using this deck today, but I don't know, maybe... Oh, okay. The Venom, Taurus. The Venom. Interesting. There may be something that's making you angry. There it is. Apocalypsis. Okay, well that's the thing. I feel like you're seeing the venom. I feel like you're seeing the venom because the Apocalypsis card talks about removal of the veil, right? Like removing lies and deception and like seeing the truth about something. Sometimes that truth can be kind of tough, but I feel like it's something about the venom. It's like you're seeing the truth about what the venom is. And maybe it's something that was like holding you back or something like that. Apocalypsis. It's been a while since I've seen this card in a reading. Removing the veil of deception. Apocalypsis indicates a particularly painful time, one that unfolds when two disparate dynamics occur simultaneously, pulling the psyche in seemingly opposite directions. Yeah. The first is a lifting of the veil. This means truths that have been kept in the dark are revealed, seen, and unearthed. No matter how relieving it is to witness them come into light, an element of despair and grief follows. The second dynamic is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. The old narrative breaks and a new story forms. Apocalypsis energy is similar to a forest fires. Devastation for the sake of regeneration. The veil lifts and we see who and what has been hiding. From the nakedness of the truth, a child is born. Have faith in the process. Hold on to your center. That is the only way. The unknown becomes known and guides the way. Okay, because I'm seeing this energy. For you, where whatever this venom was, I'm gonna say it was kind of like a lie or something like that, like something that you believed when you were younger, or like something like that. I don't know. Whatever it is, it was harmful to you. It was harmful to you, and I feel like you're seeing the truth of how it was harmful to you, and there's this sort of removal of that energy, and it's like it's revealing the truth and how you're going to move forward now, because I feel like there's this element here of like something being born from the removal of this veil, which is coming through as being like maybe like a new direction, or it's coming through as like a rediscovery of self, Taurus. I'm going to pull one more card because those two cards are really tough. I feel like it's very freeing. Whatever this like revelation is, sorry for the text, but there's something about this that I feel like is healing, is how it's coming through, Taurus. But I feel like, because I'm seeing like sort of like these layers, like whatever it was that this, I'm going to call it a lie, but I don't know if that's the right way of phrasing it. Like this, like false belief. I know it's just semantics, but that sounds a bit better. False beliefs might be something where it's like, sorry, 1 second. Let me just turn this. There may be something of like a false belief that created sort of like layers of, like layers of decisions that perhaps were like not in alignment with like who you really are. That's how it's coming through. So it's like removing all of this, like the layers of something. I don't know, maybe it goes down pretty deep, Taurus, in some way. The Queen. Interesting. Can I get one more card? And the Bardo. Okay. The Underworld. Underworld at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, that's intense energy, Taurus. Because the Underworld is about like facing shadows and darkness. But that there's truth and there's a rebirth energy. Because this is coming through with... you have the womb at the bottom of the deck, where I feel like there's something here about like, there's something here about like your origin story with the womb that I feel like is like you're seeing the truth of it. I don't know if there was some sort of like lie or deception that, I don't know, is it coming from this Queen energy? The Bardo talks about sort of like this space where things that are unable to be said can be said. Like it's kind of like this energy of like it's an in-between space, the transition. In the Bardo, there is potential to forgive the unforgivable, to say the unsaid, to see the unseen, to love the unloved, to let go of all the things that cause us pain. Yeah. The Bardo suspends us in its spaciousness for just long enough to open us to a higher wisdom. Its energy does not belong to Earth as we know it, but rather to the cosmic network of which we are a single thread. Yeah, spaciousness, grace, forgiveness, truth. So I feel like there's this energy of like you're in sort of this temporary transitional space at the moment where I feel like maybe you're forgiving something. I feel like this Queen energy is not yours. It could be wounding from like a feminine energy. Wounding that was caused from a feminine energy is how it's coming through in whatever way that is. It's interesting though, it's not the mother is how it's coming through, but it could be something where it's like, so maybe it's something where it's like this is not mother wounds is how it's coming through. It's something else, but it feels like it has something to do with feminine energy that was in some way not good for you, but maybe you believed something, or there was something about this energy that caused you to believe something that was not true about yourself. But I feel like that's something that you're sort of like in the process of being rebirthed from. Like it's kind of like you're in this place where you're letting go of really like difficult things, right? With the underworld feels like something that you're actually moving out of, Taurus, and you're in sort of this in-between place. Listening, okay. Dragon's Lair at the bottom of the deck, okay. This is a really positive card. It is a card about listening. Okay, so if this is not you, this may also be something where it's like, This could also be sort of like a dynamic between you and another Taurus, where maybe there was some sort of misunderstanding or a false belief that was happening within a dynamic where, like, maybe there's somebody that you're attached to, like a relationship or whatever, but there was misunderstanding because there was almost like a film or like some sort of like some sort of like foggy energy that was preventing you or another from seeing the truth about a situation. So both people were sort of like being misled by their own triggers or being misled by their own wounding or that kind of thing. I feel like that's what's clearing. It's like understanding where there may have been misunderstanding. Understanding where there's misunderstanding. Understanding where there may have been like a veil of deception that was preventing clarity. I feel like maybe that caused wounding here, because the Bardo is talking about sort of like being able to like clear that in some way, or forgive that, or like something that's like really, really difficult here with the Bardo. It's like, especially with ego death or like death of the shadow or an aspect of the shadow, let's say, an aspect of the ego, something like that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's like whatever it is that it's like removing something that was holding you back. And I feel like in this space, you're actually seeing, that's so interesting. Like you're seeing like a clear path forward is actually how it's coming through, because this card has never looked like this to me before, but it's definitely an iris, right? It's an iris. It's an eye. I've never seen that in this card before. That's really interesting. So it's like clarity is how it's coming through. I feel like you're getting clarity about something in a really freeing kind of way. But again, with the apocalypsis, it's not always easy. There is kind of like some discomfort about that. Like, I don't know why, like maybe there's something about like, I don't know. Anyways, so. Okay, when this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment, for the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. Yeah, I feel like there's more that's going to be revealed, more that's going to unfold. This card came out in an Aries reading that I did like, I don't know, a month or two ago, which I'll link above because there may be a message in there for you. It is a fortunate card. I feel like there's clarity coming through. It also feels like peaceful. So if there has been sort of like I don't know, like chaotic energy or very loud energy, it's gonna become peaceful soon is how it's coming through. The Dragon's Lair at the bottom of the deck, because that's another sort of underworld energy. Something that you're afraid of is just how I'm gonna leave it. Endurance rock. Okay. And completion west. Okay, that's good news. I was gonna say I don't like seeing this card, endurance rock, because it does talk about like you're very strong, right? You're very strong, but it's just like it's so exhausting to see this card. Anyways, completion west though. I feel like there's something about like maybe there's been, and you have fire ignition at the bottom of the deck, but I'm gonna pull one more. Maybe there's been some sort of period of time where it's been like really difficult, or that you've been working through like a lot of heavy energy. This card does come in with this energy of like you are protected, what you're working on is protected, but it's been very tough. That's how it's coming through, and I feel like there is some sort of completion energy coming through with that. Like maybe you've been working really hard at sort of like protecting your energy or maintaining something, like having to be really strong in order to maintain your peace or to keep something stable maybe, or like to keep something protected. And I feel like there's some sort of ending to that because there's this sort of rebirth energy that I feel like it's like this rebirth I feel like is about to happen for you. And you have the equator to make equal. Okay. I feel like you're going to be getting clarity about a new direction for you soon. Comfort hearth at the bottom of the deck. Okay, you're going to be getting sort of like clarity about a new direction. And the listening energy is really important, like listening to what's happening around you. I'm still not exactly sure what the queen energy is. It is feeling kind of like this card is not necessarily a bad thing, but because it's coming in with the venom, I feel like maybe it's talking about sort of like toxic femininity, which is kind of a tough energy. Could come through with like jealousy, manipulation, like that would be toxic feminine energy that maybe was affecting you in some way, that I feel like maybe you've been protecting yourself from, or like it's something where it's like it caused confusion. That energy caused confusion, or like a misunderstanding of yourself, Taurus. The power card. All this, like, look at this. You have two elephants here. Power and listening. This is a card about one of the 3 lessons that you come to this earth to experience. Power, love, and wisdom. So power is talking about understanding your true power. Something to do with listening, clearly. But I love how this elephant sort of has its head bowed to something, like listening to something very small and humble. Because I feel like there's something about true power serves what is best for others in order for them to adapt and evolve, expand, grow, and amplify. It is the ability to lift people up and to show them what is possible. True power is vulnerable, open, and transparent. It supports that which makes a difference, not just in our own lives, but in the lives of many. When people or institutions try to impose their will onto other beings, or to enslave them or infuse them with fear, lack, or division, that is false power. That is straight up misuse of power, and true power will not bow down to that shit. When this card appears in your spread, You know the spirits are offering insight into your own personal journey in the realms of power and are inviting you to refine your discernment accordingly. Okay. I feel like you're using your discernment to differentiate between true power and false power. Because I feel like there's something about the apocalypsis energy where, like, there may have been some sort of, like, I don't know what situation this is for you, Taurus. It kind of feels like in any aspect of your life, or could be in the collective as well, where you're seeing examples maybe of like false power, where there's sort of this venom energy, which is like misuse of power, where it's like, or misunderstanding of what power really is, where it's like imposing your will on other people, like that kind of thing. Like maybe you're seeing examples of that, but that you are tapping into your true power here. And it has to do with this sort of like listening energy, which I feel like is talking about like humbling yourself and listening for what it is that people actually need, is how it's coming through, and how it is that you can help them. Because I feel like it's something like that. Or if it's not, like, if it could be that, but like it's like, I feel like there's something of like a path, a new path that's being opened up for you because you're tapped into this. Yeah, the equator. I feel like there's something about like a new direction or something like that that's being revealed because of this ego or shadow death. Okay, Sky, Wind, Star. This card doesn't come out a lot, but I feel like it's very positive. 1 second. Yeah. Profound and amazing blessings are headed your way. Are you ready to receive? Have you gotten all your ducks in a row so that you can be grounded and you can be resourced and you can be prepared to show up like a leader of legacy for all these wonderful opportunities that you are magnetizing to yourself? Now is the time to prepare for success, because when it hits, it's going to hit big and it's going to hit fast. This is a time to attend to details and to tie up loose ends, to till the soil and to set the stage so that you are prepared to make the most of all the incredible blessings that are knocking at your door. Yeah, okay. Taurus, there's, you're being prepared at the moment, because it's kind of like you're in this sort of like liminal space is how it's feeling, like this temporary in-between transition where it's like you're being prepared for this like success, that you're about to like receive a bunch of blessings and things like that. Because I feel like there's been something where it's like you've been working really hard at maintaining something, like with the endurance energy, like this image together, like the seeds and the tree. This feels definitely like a new beginning that came from like a really tough completion of a tough cycle here with the endurance card. It's the ending of a tough cycle, and there's a really positive new beginning that's coming in for you that has something to do with like your true power, and it's like blessings and success and abundance and gifts. I feel like there was, in the Sagittarius reading that I did yesterday, there was a card that said they do not miss their seed pods, and it was this image here with like the seeds being released, because I feel like there's maybe something that you've been like tending to the soil, right? Like it's kind of like a 7 of Pentacles energy where you've been planting seeds And I feel, or like tending to seeds, or maybe you've been like, maybe if it's a bit in a later stage, like you're at the stage now where it's like you've created seeds and it's time to let them go. Maybe it's something like that. Letting your creations take on their own lives, like that kind of thing. So something that you have been actively working towards. I feel like there's something about like you're going to see the results of it soon, is how it's coming through. Too many cards. Okay. Interesting. Fire, Wildfire, Sun. That's a card about burning bridges. And anger and like something that has gone too far. But I don't know why that's coming out there. Maybe you're being asked, maybe you're burning some sort of bridge or something like that. Like something that's not serving you, or I don't know what that is. Land, tree, moon. Okay. That makes sense now. Okay. Where was it in that description? Was it in the Apocalypsis card where it was talking about forest fires, right? Like the destruction of something in order to create something new. I feel like that's what this card is talking about. It's like, I feel like there's something in your life, whatever that is going through some sort of destructive process, Taurus, but it's like, it's just, what it's destroying is this venom energy, right? It's destroying the venom. It's destroying the falsehood, the false beliefs. It's destroying like the lies or whatever it is. That's what's being destroyed, right? It's like it's burning it all down in order for this new beginning to come through. Because this card, the Land, Tree, Moon, talks about like the wisdom of the trees. I feel like you're protected in this, Taurus, because this is I'm seeing this as you, right? Like you're protected in this. You're protected in whatever is happening. But I do feel like there's something here about like something in your life is going through like a major ending because it was built I don't know. It was built on lies. That feels like really intense. That might not be that intense, Taurus. I'm just saying that like maybe there was something where it's like something in your life was built around deception. In whatever way, like toxic energy is how it's coming through. So that is what's being destroyed. Okay, and then you have Land, Cave, Moon. That's another card of, like, I feel like there's this energy here of like finding peace and refuge within yourself. Because this is sort of like this energy of going within. But it's almost like there's like with this underworld energy and the bardo, right? It's like there's something here about like something has burned down, Taurus. Like it's almost, because this is almost looking like fresh soil, right? Like that's how it's looking to me. Like the soil after some sort of destruction has happened. But I feel like it's not something that you need to be afraid of, Taurus, because it's like there are seeds being planted. Like this is almost like I feel like maybe this is something that was like protected. It's almost like this dream or wish was protected. It was even perhaps protected from you, Taurus, because it's kind of like in order to plant these seeds, it couldn't live in this place is how it's coming through. So it's like, if you're going through a loss right now, in whatever way, it's in order to make space for whatever this like true abundance and blessings and rewards and success is. That's what you're making space for. That's how it's coming through. But this process feels like it was uncomfortable because maybe there was a belief in something that was false in whatever way, but I feel like you're understanding that now. There's clarity coming from that. There's a rebirth coming from that. But it's not easy. So, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.